Start.
Hello, good evening, guys. Wish you all a very happy new year. Hope all of you are studying and preparing well for the upcoming CA examination. Here in this video, I want to share some of the practical tips which will help the students to clear the CA examination successfully in the first attempt itself without any difficulty. The first step is how many hours of study is required for preparing for the examination. Friends, I assure you that minimum 8 hours of study in the one day itself is enough for passing the examination. That should be divided into two parts. First part, in the morning 6 to 10, 4 hours of study, and the evening second part 6 to 10. So we can divide the whole day into 8 hours, morning 4 hours session and evening 4 hours session. We should cover, we should try to cover minimum 2 to 3 subjects per day. In the morning, for example, if one student is appearing for only one group only, he can cover morning 2 subjects and the evening remain 2 subjects. If student is appearing for both groups, they can plan to cover at least 4 to 6 subjects per day. In the morning 3 subjects and in the evening 3 subjects, but this time frame should be followed consistently, because we should study, if we start to study in morning 6 to 10 and evening 6 to 10, we should follow it on every day. Don't skip the timing. That is more important, because consistency is the most important for facing the and writing CA examination. Second point I want to stress is you should focus more on quality of study rather than on quantity of study. If you study, for example, cost accounting today, you should memorize and you should take notes of all the formulas related to cost accounting. Quality times should be spent. If for example, if there are 12 chapters in costing, we can concentrate up to 9 to 10 chapters only based on the previous question papers, and strategically we need not cover all the 12 chapters. If we spend quality time on preparing for the 9 chapters, we can definitely score 80 to 90 marks in the examination. And regarding the third tip, we should prepare our own study plan. For example, if we got only 30 days before the examination, we should spend first 20 days, 8 hours a day. For example, for one group, we can cover 3 subjects in the 20 days, so that the remaining 10 days will be available for one subject. That one subject may be of your choice, or if you find difficulty in any subjects, you can revise in the remaining 10 days, so that your focus will be more on the remaining 10 days subjects, tough subject, and the first 20 days you can focus on the 3 subjects. So within 10 days, within 30 days, you can prepare all the 4 subjects. That 4 subjects you should try to prepare your own notes. Second, fourth point is important is revision strategy. Last day, before whatever we study before examination, that is good, but the day before the examination is most important for us. For that we require our own notes or institute study material tips. For example, for practical subjects like costing, MAFA, and then accounting, we can prepare our own formula book, so that it will be easy for us to revise day before the examination. For theory subjects, we should prepare a concept sheet called tips, notes, hints. You should take your own hints before the 30 days plan, and you should use that tips for practical examination formula book, and for theoretical examination this concept tips will help you to revise the subject thoroughly before the day of the examination, because that plays an important role for CA students. The day before the examination, you should be able to thoroughly go through what are all you have studied in the last 30 days or 60 days. And then next comes the most important object in the examination hall. During examination calls, if you find that the examination question paper is very tough, you should feel happy, because the competition is reduced for you. You should not leave the examination hall before 3 hours. You should sit in the examination hall even though if you find that the examination question paper is tough, you are not able to attend only 2 or 3 questions only, all the remaining questions are tough. But try to scribe or try to write something in the answer paper and sit in the examination hall till the examination is over, because some students will leave the examination hall in the first 1 hour or first 1.5 hours. You should feel that your competition is being reduced, your sure success is assured. If you sit in the examination hall up to 3 hours, you can think and you can note down what are all the points you comes to your mind and write down in the sheet. Because in the CA examination, most of the people and parents feel that the examination result is only 9% or 10%. But the formula behind the determination of examination results is not known to many people. The major secret behind is, if for example, if 100 students apply for the CA examination, almost 20% of the people are not at all appearing for the examination, and then 10% of the people just come and practice. So 30% already gone, and then in the remaining 70%, 10 to 20% people leave the examination hall for one subject before 3 hours, that is within 1 hour. So that competition is also reduced. So if you feel almost the effective people giving the examination is only around 50 to 60%. If the CA Institute declare the examination pass percentage based on the number of application results, the pass percentage will be only around 12 to 13%. But the actual result, for the persons who actually attempted, sincerely attempted, people, students, if you take into account, the examination result will be almost double. That will be 13 actual results, but the original result will be 26%. So there is no question of tough examination or C examination results percentage is in the formula. You should give this formula to your mind. The real formula behind is based on the actual number of sincere students formula only. The sincere students attempting, they will get through the examination around 26 to 36%. And the next most important point during examination hall is, in the examination hall, your time is equal to marks. For example, 3 hours examination, 180 minutes. In the 180 minutes, first 10 to 15 minutes you can take for reading the questions and finding out what are all the easy questions, what are all the easy go for you. You should put the question number correctly and jot down all the points known to you in the easy questions first. So for remain 180 minutes, first 10 to 15 minutes for reading the question paper and the last 15 minutes for revision of the question paper. So effective examination penning time, or you should pen your in the answer paper for 150 minutes. So for each 1 mark you will have 1.5 minutes, 1.5 minutes. For example, if the question is for 4 mark question, you can try to spend the time for getting 4 marks is 6 minutes. You should not spend more than 6 minutes. Then only you can finish all the question papers, all the examination questions, attempt all the questions within the time frame and score high marks in the examination. So time is equal to marks, 150 minutes is equal to 100 marks. So for each mark we can spend mostly only 1.5 minutes. More than that is. And the second last most important tip is, even though you study all the market available notes and other things, you should study the institute study material first. CA Institute, in the evaluation, they insist that if the student is, whether he has studied, she or he has studied the institute study material first. They expect some, especially in the auditing paper, they expect the verbatim of the same words they have printed in the study material. They want that should be reproduced in the answer paper. So CA Institute is very particular that students should at least study 1 or 2 times the institute study material. So guys, don't go for market notes or other people's notes without studying the institute study material. Your first and foremost study should be on the institute study material, and you should try to prepare your own handwritten notes for each and every subject, and that will be for practical subjects like cost accounting, advanced accounting, formula book. You should prepare your own handwritten formula book for practical subjects, and some tips or hints note for theory subjects. If you follow all these steps and if you appear for the examination without any fear, you should study, you should revise triple R formula, you famously known as triple R formula: revision, reproduce, rethink. Ink before you think. Think before you ink. For each step, for writing, before writing the examination, you should plan your examination paper. And the last point, last but not least point, is presentation aspect. Your examination answer paper should be presentable, your handwriting should be legible, question numbers should be written correctly, that should be tallied with the first sheet. In the first sheet, they will mention the question paper number, question number, what is the question number, where you have answered. You should put all these and you should present your answer paper in a very nice manner, and wish you all the best. Thank you. All the very best.